most of them are the same except for the top one, but we'll get into that. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video and this brings you many tingles and hopefully some good relaxation. With that being said, let's jump into it. I think I want to start this off by lighting a candle. This is pumpkin maple cream caramel. As you can see, I like this one. I've probably burned about half of it. My wife is not privy to sweet smells, so I got this one all to myself. Just give you some nice candle ASMR. Okay, I'm gonna set this over here. Okay. Now, we are going to start with the oddball. So this is the one PSA card you will see today. This one is not a card I pulled myself, but I feel like I got it for a good deal. So this one is from the 2022 Japanese set V-Star Universe. This is the Giratina V-Star alternate art, or ultra rare in Japanese. I think in Crown Zenith, the English set, it's actually a Galarian Gallery. And it is a Gem Mint 10. But there you can see Giratina. And all that beautiful texture. This card is absolutely gorgeous. I had an English one. I did grade it, but then it came back as a 9, so I sold that one because I had this one. And if you watch more and more of my videos, you'll realize that I don't really care if it's Japanese or English. Especially according to the price market, I don't care. I'm in it for the artwork. But yeah. So, this is my oddball. Now, the rest of these cards are going to be graded through the Certified Guarantee Company, so CGC. So this is the next one, and you can scan that code if you want to. The QR codes just take you to the websites to show you how many of each grade the card has, and so on and so forth. So this is this one. So this is a Gem Mint 10 Rainbow, as the community calls it, Rainbow Chunkachu from Vivid Voltage. So it is 188 of 185, so this was a secret. This is actually the top card in the Vivid Voltage set. I didn't pull this one either, but I did buy it. I bought the card, not graded, just the card, from a reputable seller. I think I bought it for like $100 even, and then I sent it out to grading myself because I was like, man, there's no way it's not a 10. And CGC has Gem Mint 10s, but then they also have pristine 10s, so this card is very close to perfect, but it is not their best grade. But it is still recognized as a 10. So yeah, Rainbow Pikachu from Vivid Voltage. The Pokémon Company has, for the entire Scarlet and Violet era, have stopped doing rainbows. I think with the newest set, they're actually throwing some like rainbow elements in there, but as far as like overall rainbow cards, they stopped doing these since Sword and Shield. So I think once the community realizes they really liked rainbows, I think, they'll be highly sought after. Now, this next one. This one is a card that I pulled myself and I graded myself. And as you can see from the back, it is a Japanese card. However, like I said earlier, it doesn't really matter to me. It's more about the artwork. So this one set Single Strike Master. So Single Strike Master, and I can't remember what the I can't remember what the other one's called. It's Single Strike and something else. You'll have to forgive me. But those two sets combine to make Battle Styles in English. And this is the most full, sleepiest Tyranitar. And I love this card. I love Tyranitar. And when I pulled this, it was quite an experience. This was very shortly after I got back into picking up Pokemon cards, so I was very, very happy with this. Here's a fun fact. This was not the most expensive card when I pulled it. However, it is now. So, I think the special illustration rares or special art rare Urshifus beat this back in the day, 3 years ago. But now this one is the most expensive. I'm pretty sure the same can be said for English. So, but yes, this card will probably never be sold. This card it means a lot to me. So, very nice to have in the collection. Oh, I can't go away without mentioning it's a pristine 10. So this is the higher ranking. This is the higher ranking than this one. So you can see how it's gold. And then let's put this back over here. And then if you look closely, you can see that 10 is almost like embroidered in there. Very cool. If you manage to look this one up, I don't know if it's changed, but on their website they only have 2 pristine 10s. Actually, no, I think they have multiple pristine 10s, but they have 1 perfect 10 on there, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but this basically took the place of their perfect ranking, and they got rid of the old pristine and just made it the regular 10s. So I think technically this is a 1 of 2 highest graded through CGC of this card. I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. Unless it's changed since the last time that I looked it up. So, here is an oddball for you. Again, you can scan that code, look this up. So, you'll notice that this is CGC, but it's blue, and it looks a little different. It's got the barcode on the back. Well, that's because this is an old CGC graded card. So this is what they used to look like. And this, I don't think it is. I think the Gardevoir beats this one. This one used to be the top card of the Scarlet and Violet base set. And I think I won this one online or something like that. But here's another fun fact for you. So when CGC redid their grading system and they came out with the new labels, essentially, they got rid of Perfect 10 and made it Pristine, and then they got rid of Pristine and made it Gem Mint 10. Well, they came out and said that if you had a 9.5, that you could send it back to them, and they would, for a small fee, recase it as a Gem Mint 10. So this card is technically a Gem Mint 10 version of this card, but it is now a dying breed, as they do not do 9.5s like this anymore, to my knowledge. So, I mean, I'm not like too big of a fan of the Miriam and the books and whatever, but the fact that this has that story to it, I think it's pretty cool. Now this one, I actually traded. There is an app, I forget the name of it, but it's a trading app for Pokemon cards and sports cards and stuff. And so I traded 2 of my cards for this one. And this one is a Gem Mint 10 Sylveon V alternate art from the most popular Sword and Shield set, Evolving Skies. So I like this art. She's just got the sweets and she's like, oh, I'm gonna eat these. But I love all of the evolution arts from Evolving Skies. I think it's really difficult to say you don't. So, but yeah, very nice card. I was super happy to add this one to my collection. I hope over time maybe I can be lucky enough to add other cards from Evolving Skies to my collection, because it is just so full of good artwork. So there's that one. So here is another one. I'm gonna try and always show the barcode, that way you can look these up if you want to, just in case you're curious. This one is the Mew VMAX from the set Fusion Strike. This is a Gem Mint 10. This one, I actually kind of have a funny story about this card. So I like to peruse, I'll use that word lightly, the app called Whatnot. And Whatnot, there's a bunch of people that sell Pokemon cards, baseball cards, they sell clothes, they sell video games, there's a bunch of sellers on there. And I came across this seller, and he was having a pretty good deal with Fusion Strike, and he was running a promotion where if you pulled, it was this card or the Sylveon VMAX, or no, I'm sorry, excuse me, the Espeon VMAX or the Gengar VMAX. So basically the top 3 alternate artworks in this set. Then he would send you home with a Fusion Strike booster box. So what did I do? I bought a few packs. I pulled one of these cards from there. So he sent me a booster box. I want you to know that I opened that booster box with my wife and I pulled this card. So, from this one guy, I pulled 2 Mew VMAXs. And like I said, I think this is like the 3rd most expensive card in the set, but I love this card. It's a big old Mew. So, anyway, he was in total shock when I told him that, but yeah. And you can see all the vehicles and everything, the telephone booth. It's a very cool card. Anyway, there's my fun story about that. Okay, so again, here is another one. Now, I think, yeah, this. Actually, you know what? Let me swap this out. So I will go ahead and say this will be the last 10 of the collection I will show you today. I do have more 10s, but you know, not in this stack currently. So this one is a pristine 10 old label, so in new label this would be a Gem Mint 10 Umbreon VMAX from Evolving Skies, and it's a rainbow. So, just a pretty rainbow Umbreon. Umbreon is a lot of people's favorite Pokemon. Or favorite evolution, I should say. I don't know if it's mine or not. It's kind of hard to choose, I'll be honest. But yeah, again, my comments earlier from the Rainbow Pikachu are definitely valid here. This is a solid card. I think rainbows are highly unappreciated right now. So I hope they eventually become more appreciated, because I love them. I have so many rainbows. Alright, now we have 5 more. And this is the one I was going to show a second ago. And this one is also from Evolving Skies. It is a Gem Mint 9 though, so close. But this is the Rayquaza V alternate art, not the VMAX. I wish it was the VMAX, but I also really like this art. I cannot remember her name, but in the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire games, she was in the Delta episode. So that's pretty cool, but I do enjoy this card. I can't remember if I've said it, how many times I've said it. If I've said it, I don't know. But Rayquaza is one of my favorite Pokemon. I actually have a shiny Mega Rayquaza sleeve tattooed on my left arm. And I will always Sky Dragon. So yeah, very cool card there. So, I do believe this is the last Japanese card of the stack. There's the QR code. Now this one was very upsetting to me, because of how ridiculously perfect I think this card is. But this is Rocket's Tyranitar from the Versus, and it's an E-Raider card, and it's a first edition. And this guy, I recognize him. He's from the Pokémon Forever movie. And so this is his dark Tyranitar. But yeah, there's like nothing on it, but I guess CGC warranted it bad enough to be a 7.5. I actually bought this card from someone and he was like, oh yeah, that's like at worst a 9. And then I told him it got a 7.5 and he's like, no, I'll crack that open and send it to PSA. So, I may do that one day, I may not. I may crack it open and just put it in a binder. So, you never know, but I think it's a cool e-reader card. I think it's just a cool card to have. Like I said, I love Tyranitar, so having any Tyranitar cards are a big addition to my collection. So yeah, very, very happy with just having that card. So this card, again, CGC graded. This is going to be in a 9, and it would drastically, I mean drastically change its price if it was a 10. Oh, I almost dropped it. But this is the Mew Pokemon 2000 Black Star promo. And it's in a mid-9, like I said, it's got a nice swirl. You can see it. It's very nice. But I do believe this card goes for a lot in a 10 in comparison to a 9. But I'm really happy that I have this card. It's so pretty. I'm a big fan of the old hollow patterns. I can't remember how I got this one. I think I won it on Whatnot as well. But yeah. Excellent, excellent card. Now, the next two, I will probably never sell because they're really expensive in higher grades. So I'm just glad that I own them at all. And these are the last two. So here's that for you. Let me just bring it up just a little more. There you go. Okay. So this is the Charizard Hollow from Evolutions, XY Evolutions in a Mint 9. Myself, I do not own a base Charizard. I just don't. I probably did when I was a kid, but I don't know about most of you, but I grew up in a divorced household, so, always moving between two homes, my stuff got lost. So, I do what I can. But, yeah, so this is, this is the only version of a base Charizard that I have. But, I love it. I love having it. I think it's cool that I have one in a Mint 9 from Evolutions. So, I think the hollow pattern's interesting. But yeah, I really like this card. Unless for some reason I just become really crazy, I don't really see this card leaving my collection. And it probably is absolutely crazy that I don't have, like a base set or a base set 2 Charizard or anything like that, but I just don't. Most of my collection is way more modern. Now, this last card, I want to preface this by saying that this is a card that I bought as it is for my wife. And I'll let you see it and then I'll explain. So there's the QR code, and you can just see the back of it. And you're probably thinking, Weenie, why would you buy something that's graded and just ruined like that? Well, that's because of what it is. This is a Celebi from Skyridge in a 3, and it has seen better days. It's been folded in half, I'm sure. Just all sorts of mess to it. But I think just owning a Celebi, just owning this Celebi, I think this card is like $200 or $300. I think I bought it for right at $200. So you can call me crazy, but this is probably the most expensive Celebi I own. And I own it because my wife loves Celebi, and so I bought this for her. I bought it for me, but I bought it for her, What's mine is hers, and what's hers is mine, Or what is it they say? What's mine is hers, and what's hers is hers. So, but yes, this card will never leave my collection. It is crazy to have it in a 3, but to own it any more pristine than this would be expensive. So, I'm happy with it for now. So, alright everyone, I hope that you enjoyed looking at these graded cards with me. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know down in the comments. And if you'd like to see more, I have more graded cards. I would love to show them to you. Just let me know. And if you like the video, leave me a like. Share this video with all your Pokemon card lovers, your ASMR lovers. And as always, I appreciate you all for tuning in. And I hope me showing you some of my collection helped to relax you. And I will see you all in the